Former Second Judicial Circuit Judge David Hummel resigned from his position last November. Days later, he was admonished by West Virginia's Judicial Investigation Commission. Among the complaints, improper spending of adult drug court money. It's where we begin tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dylan Cleland. News 9's Jamie Baker has been digging into this. She joins us live with more.
Dylan, David Hummel resigned from his post amid plenty of controversy surrounding him displaying a gun during a civil case in Wetzel County. But an investigation found much more, and after months of digging, I have found thousands of dollars that were supposed to be used for the adult drug court that were actually spent elsewhere. David Hummel served as a judge for the Second Judicial Circuit from 2009 until he resigned in November. During that time, he also headed up the adult drug court program. In 2019, Hummel reached out to the Marshall, Wetzel, and Tyler County Commissions with a pitch to expand the program. The plan was to form a new partnership with a local mental health facility. He requested $30,000 from each commission, which was granted for a total of $90,000. Based off a breakdown he provided to the commissioners, half of that money would go toward the program, and the other $45,000 would fund a case manager to be employed by the outside company. The commissions agreed to these payments in 2019 and again in 2020. In September 2019, Hummel requested the $45,000 set aside for the program to be given back to him from the health facility. The money was then improperly placed with the general receiver in Tyler County. Essentially, a general receiver handles money paid into the court as a result of litigation. The receiver may only be appointed in a pending case and cannot be appointed to something like an adult drug court. Therefore, the general receiver was appointed illegally, and by moving the money to that person, Hummel had direct control over the funds. Some of the money went toward drug testing systems, whether it be orders to the Wetzel County Sheriff's Office or to a company called Lab, which supplied drug testing machines. These orders were always accompanied by an invoice or receipt, but upon looking deeper into the accounts and associated money orders and emails, I found thousands of dollars spent elsewhere. In 2020, 4 checks were written from the general receiver to one employee who, at the time, was the drug court's case manager. But this person was employed by the mental health facility, not the state, and their salary and benefits were already covered by the $45,000 given by the commissions for the position. The checks totaled just under $5,500. Hummel issued a pre-taped statement about those checks to me via his lawyer.
In the year 2020, during COVID, 4 checks were issued to an employee for reimbursement of expenses with the knowledge of many other persons. 1 check was for health insurance premiums. Checks 2 and 3 were for mileage reimbursement, and the 4th check was a COVID bonus.
No receipts came with the checks or money orders to prove mileage numbers. The employee, who agreed to speak with me anonymously, says they never provided receipts or a mileage log, nor were they asked to provide them. The mental health facility says that since this was their employee, any business-related reimbursements like travel expenses would have been requested and paid through them. Also, the mental health facility said this employee had medical coverage for a portion of the time employed there, and the facility helped pay that medical coverage.
Employees are legally entitled to be reimbursed for their expenses. The money that was used to reimburse the employee was specifically designated and approved by the county commissions.
According to the documents each commission was provided when Hummel pitched the program changes, the understanding was that $45,000 would go to the case manager position. The paper states that the other monies would be utilized for random drug screen systems and electronic monitoring. Reimbursements to employees is not mentioned anywhere. And again, this person was a private employee, not a state employee. From June 8, 2021 to August 5, 2022, Hummel also wrote 4 administrative orders directing checks be issued to himself. The orders all had notes at the bottom saying funds were reimbursements for expenditures like treatment court picnics and shelter rentals, but there were no receipts or invoices on file to prove those orders. Hummel resigned from the position in November amid the original controversy of him displaying his gun in a civil court case. Hummel's law license was annulled in March by the West Virginia Supreme Court. He has agreed to never seek judicial office ever again. As for the remaining funds in that account, Judge Jeffrey Kramer ordered the account be closed and the money was returned to the 3 commissions. Judge Rich Wilson now holds Hummel's former seat in the Second Judicial Circuit. Live in Moundsville with this News 9 special assignment, I'm Jamie Baker, News 9 at 6.